All right, listen up. The only gift that any dad wants on Father's Day is Goldbelly. Goldbelly ships the most iconic foods from the best restaurants across the country straight to his door for free. Let him kick back and chow down on award-winning barbecue from Texas, epic deep dish pizza from Chicago, or colossal pastrami sandwiches from New York. Make Dad feel like an absolute legend this Father's Day and go to goldbelly.com to get 20% off your first order with promo code DAD. That's 20% off at goldbelly.com, code DAD.
Home means something different to everyone. But with Rocket Mortgage, home can mean even more. It can mean a college education, taming your high-interest debt, even a renovation. We've made it easier than ever to use your home equity. That home you worked so hard for, now it can work hard for you. Call 800-4ROCKET or visit rocket.com to find out more.
Rocket Mortgage, LLC, licensed in all 50 states, and MLSConsumerAccess.org, number 3030.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's this time of the week that we like to say, welcome to Eejits of the World! With you,
Glenn Wall and you.
Andrew Maxwell.
Yes, and we.
We are sleepy.
Yeah, we were up half the night watching the dang Super Bowl.
Or
the superb owl, as your son refers to it.
yes, indeed. Or the Hyper Bowl, as they call it in French.
Do they?
Don't know. Don't talk to them about it. This week we have the Eejits of American sporting razzmatazz.
We have the Eejits of regal salves.
We have the Eejits of unlikely medical breakthroughs.
We have the Eejits of lupine Chernobylites.
Well, we're sleepy, but we're here. We're ready to go.
Yeah, and a hell of a game too. We're worth it.
Oh,
I'd
it was
say.
well worth it. There was a solid hour's entertainment packed into 5 hours.
Yeah, well, overtime too, that nobody was really clear on the rules. Then the guy came out and did the sermon in Latin, and then he was like, okay, so everybody's going to get to touch the ball once, unless the defense scores, and then the other guy wins. Got it? And everybody's like, what? What was that? What was that last part? Okay, let's play. Let's get ready for the swimsuit edition. We're going to...
You boys are going to play. It's pretty straightforward. You guys are going to play this goddamn game of gridiron until it's the winter season when the pelicans lose their beak, their outer beak, and they got the soft beak. We've got a guy actually watching them down in the Keys, down in Florida for the beak. So you boys just get out there and just really throw that pigskin around.
It felt like a Canadian game show from the 80s that they made the last thing really hard so nobody won.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and finally, this is for $1 million Canadian bucks. Can you get on with your French neighbor? Fuck, God damn it. Gordo Sinclair, you're a son of a bitch. And that's our show. You fucking lost. You just lost me 1,000 fucking razzoos. God damn you, Pierre. It was great. I actually really enjoyed it. It was a good game. Taylor Swift was there. Don't know if you've heard of her.
I didn't see. Was she?
She was.
Was she on the screen? I didn't.
She was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
She was halftime. She was just flying around the stadium. Yeah, it's pretty good. She found a way to move from the hot dog stand to the toilet via a Learjet.
I hoped, like right at the start, that she got problem drunk. Like by the second quarter, I was really hoping, like Kelsey had to go up and sort of talk to her in the middle of the game, but it didn't happen. He was too busy trying to push his coach over with a belly buck.
What a giant fat man, yeah. Good look at that. Good look at knocking over a sphere with a moustache.
It looked like a young walrus was trying to take out the old walrus.
Yeah,
it was over mating rights.
Oh yeah, right, yeah. David Attenborough should have been involved there. Here he is, young buck. I liked it. And then there's obviously the thing with the North American tradition of just a shitload of ads.
I know.
Unbelievable. It's great once a year to find out exactly which Hollywood A-listers owe the taxman money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's been divorced?
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah.
Or what sort of hush money's being doled out?
Yep. There's absolutely no way. Yes. Hey, I'm Christopher Walken. God, I absolutely love advertising this car rental business. Shut up, Christy. Just owe a bit of money. You'll be all right, meow flower.
I think Jeff Goldblum did multiple things wrong this year. He seems to be popping up in all the ads, and some not even playing himself.
Yeah.
Was the pizza delivery and driver and that Jeff Goldblum? Yeah, he's just working hard this year.
He did a lot of ads. He did put it in. For me, the gold standard, though, there was an ad. I think it was for Coors.
Ah, yes.
Coors, where there's a train, the Coors train, just arrives, smashes through buildings, and eventually smashes into a building and delivers all the cool, refreshing taste of Coors to the people who obviously are quite mangled and hurt, but they can only be healed through the power of delicious Coors. And then driving the train, pops his head out, went, all right, here's your Coors. And everybody's like, and bear in mind, it's not real. These are even the actors who are meant to recognise who this celebrity is couldn't quite bring themselves to work out who it was. So another member of the cast had to go, that's right, LL Cool J.
Yeah, it felt tacked on right at the end. Like a guy came in, he was like, "We've been playing this to a lot of different audiences all over the country, and nobody's heard Mama's gonna knock you. Mama's gonna knock you up. What was the point of the song? No, it was we're gonna knock you out.
Yeah, we're gonna need somebody to say your full name.
maybe hum a few bars too. You know, one of the hits.
Yeah, give him some of your. Let him know. Don't hide your light under a bushel.
Is that the guy who lost his wallet in El Segundo? Lost his wallet in El Segundo. I liked the ad that, it was sort of bittersweet, where Carl Weathers was in it, and then they had to put a little in memoriam afterwards, like, thanks, Carl. He's dead now, but the last thing he wanted to do was tell everyone to buy a Sprite or whatever.
It was
a little in memoriam. Instead of like writing it, just have what's his name, Dolph Lundgren go. He died. What's his name? If he dies, he dies.
That's it.
Yeah. He's dead.
That's how it is. Well. Yeah, and then obviously the big ad. One of the big ads was Bud Light. Oh, friend of the show, Bud Light. This is Bud Light decided to, after their dalliance with trans politics, went disastrously wrong for them. I mean, for us over this side of the world, what's the equivalent of Bud Light? It's sort of Stella. Is it like Stella?
No.
Like weak Stella? Is it like Carling?
Carling, maybe, yeah. Yeah, one of those 3.6ers.
Why are we talking sport?
No, alcohol content.
All right. He's one of those 3.6ers, plays about 6 minutes per game.
He's very good at one thing.
Special teams, here he comes. Bruce Goodbody, he's going to be out there drinking his 3.6er. But yes, so Bud Light, they sacked the executive that had brought the trans activist in, and remember what's his name? Kid Rock had shot up a case of Bud Light in protest. Damn you, Bud Light!
I think they've been doing it at monster truck rallies ever since after the national anthem. Then somebody dressed as Kid Rock lookalike comes out with an Uzi, takes it to a case of Bud Light. The people like it.
Yeah, at a monster truck rally, everybody's a Kid Rock lookalike.
Yeah, it's really easy to find one. You just point into the crowd and go, "You, the guy who looks like Kid Rock," and then 5 people start shuffling towards the.
Can anybody with an American flag bandana come forward? We're looking for somebody with an American flag bandana.
Please bring your Uzi. We're gonna We're gonna do the thing, so just bring your Uzi with you.
Yeah, but the ad, like, they've gone the other way to try and reman it. It was
The Bud Light Genie.
Yeah, it's not so. Yeah, they decided the most manly thing to do would be have a genie granting wishes. That's like the fucking people at Bud Light headquarters have absolutely no fucking clue about humans whatsoever. What's super manly?
Well, genies. Right,
I thought it's a sort of a mystical Middle Eastern wish-giving sprite.
Yeah. You rub his lamp and he comes.
Comes motor oil. Like a real truck man.
I think one of them was fixing cars in it.
Oh, they were all fixing cars.
I want to fix my Camaro. I want a big muscle on my arm.
Oh, yeah, that's right. When I want my arm to turn into a big muscle.
I want my head to be made of chicken wings and I can just eat my head all day long. You got it.
Yeah.
It was really like... It was like watching somebody pretend to not be gay, like that sort of hyper heterosexuality that you just looked at in the 80s and went, you're actually gay. You're not.
Who wants to punch me?
Who wants to punch me in my dick with their mouth? Which one of you guys wants to dick punch me with their mouth?
I bet you bunch of chickens would be too scared to bite a man's cock off. Not me. Because I drink Bud Light. Dream of my wish coming true. So stupid.
Rub it on a Bud Light can. Please.
Please make me more manly. With your 3% beer. Well, there you go.
Yeah,
this
I
is
just
actually
kept
from
thinking like the Bud Light, like because it had gone so far. It's like Bud Light. We honestly thought it was a girl.
fucking confusing.
If you'd seen her, you wouldn't tell. You couldn't tell.
You know you chug 6 Bud Light. You get a little bit confused. You don't know what's a log and what's a chopper. You know what I mean? Doesn't make any sense. You drink 6 Bud Lights and then you're down a coal mine with a bunch of other bunch of guys. Punching each other in the face. We're gonna beat each other up in the darkness.
Yeah. Start kissing.
Not what Bud Light's about, buddy. Well, there you go.
Yeah, Bud Light, you did a wonderful little turn there. I don't know what you want out of life, but
Bud Light, I just don't know what they want. What do you want from us?
yeah.
What do you want? What do you want?
I mean, at the heart of it, they're just trying to sell beer, but it's and it's such an easy, like, everyone knows what Bud Light is. Like, how were you not selling enough in the first place? You're like, we're gonna change everything, and then now you've had to peel it back and go in the other direction. Just sell your beer.
Beer.
Yeah.
Just fucking with a giant truck. That's what you need. You need all the men in the world to into trucks. Truck can never be gay or confusing. Can't paint a rainbow on a truck.
No, it's illegal.
That's right. That's right, baby. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, that's hooray for sporting achievement.
Yeah. Yeah, we were up till 5 a.m.
Yes. In many ways, we're the elite athletes.
Yeah. Yeah. Trying to follow that game. 5 a.m. in the morning. Not everybody could have done that.
Well, yeah. With all that confusion and whatnot.
No. I thought they were a bit thin on the ground with celebrities this year. I mean, Mr. T, every year he's there with another.
Fantastic, but he looks great.
Yeah,
How
but
old can Mr.
It's
T
always
be?
a pun on his name, and it's always like, it wasn't this funny that he used to do this. It's not like.
Yeah, but I also think, like, how old would you have to be to know who he was?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, the A-Team hasn't been on the telly for a very long time, and he followed it up with nothing. Right? Other than doing ads. Hey, Mr. T.
I know. Yeah, he's been a parody of himself for quite some time now.
He looks fantastic, though. He's still got his mohawk. He's still got all the, well, him in the pawn office. Pawnbrokers still all have all his jewellery. I'm going to get the elbow. I'm going to advertise Dr. Peppers. Give me all my stuff again. Is there just once could you ask nicely? This is me asking nicely. Mr. T never break character. No. There's no character to break. I look naked. I ain't got no gold on me. Straight after every ad once a year, Mr. T just whistling with all his jewellery in a shopping bag, back to the pawn office.
Yeah.
Take it back for another year. I'm not gonna need any of this, Raymond. Good God, man, just take the goddamn jewelry. I'm not gonna need it. I got a whole year to grow my hair out and not walk around with all this goddamn clanky jewelry on me.
70-year-old man.
I just
Drag myself down the street.
It's great if the voice comes with the jewelry. It's going, God damn it, another goddamn year done. Boom, boom, boom. Man, once again, I am the voice and face of Hertz Rental. Goddamn motherfucker. Take the goddamn jewelry, Raymond. That is a huge relief. Finally, to break character.
I can sleep now.
That's right.
Yeah, Raymond's got it on.
Do not give me the no refunds. I'm shutting this pawnbroker at 2 in the afternoon. Raymond the pawnbroker's hair falling out in lines. It's happening.
It's like the mask.
I tell you, Raymond, man, when I do this, great power comes with great responsibility. Y'all can't just shout at everybody the whole time. But fair play to him, like, he looks fantastic.
He does.
And he wears
haunted jewelry. Now we know.
It's not haunted. It's possessed. A different thing. 50 different chains. Every one of them possessed by a very loud man. Becoming a super voice. Good old Mr. T.
Yeah.
I was glad to see him.
Yeah.
And you don't need to go, and thank you, Mr. T. Everybody knows exactly what they're getting.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Mr.
he doesn't
T.
have to. He doesn't have to read for anything.
Not at all. We're not sure whether this is the direction you want to take. You tell me what it is.
T.
Tobacco. You want to book a holiday? You want to go on vacation? Tobacco. No matter what it is, I'll shout it.
Could you do it shoutier?
Impossible. I can't. I gotta protect my voice. Hell, it's blue. I gotta protect my voice. I'm doing a sat nav tomorrow. Turn up, sucker. I've been at the fool who don't merge right now. Sticking the right two leaves. Oh, good old Mr. T. Ah, well. We wish you the best, Mr. T.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll
see you next year.
Yeah, for all the celebrities, the constellation of American firepower celebrities there. I mean, for me, Mr. David, the one.
Yeah, it's not the Super Bowl without him.
No.
It's kind of like Christmas with Santa Claus now. Here he comes.
My season!
Breaking into just all the commercials.
That'd be great.
The Porsche 911 is one of the...
Too noisy! Next! Great. Mr. T just walking through every ad. The high-power medicine don't work!
Oh, what about Michael Cera trying to get in on that too?
Oh,
that was the worst ad. Where
it was sad.
Yeah, he's like...
it was some sort of skin cream.
But it was real. Like, it was like CeraVe, and but I thought, why? What is this an ad for? And then it turned out like CeraVe is a real skin...
It's an ointment.
Yeah, it's some sort of salve, and it can't possibly work. I don't know, but...
Are you disputing the power of CeraVe cream? Look, feel my elbows, sucker. They smooth like a baby's bum. Feel them. That's Super Bowl 3 times back, man. That's Super Bowl 42. That's why I'm so smooth, man. Used to be called Mr. T Cream. But my ex-wife didn't win a court about all that.
Mrs. T.
That's right, Mrs. T.
She's gone back to her maiden letter, though, actually, since the divorce.
That's right. I was married to Margaret Thatcher, Mrs. T. We were the original 1980s odd couple. She wanted to slash public sector spending, but I personally believe in Keynesian economics. You take money away from suckers, they can't spend for money, sucker. Your economy just keep getting smaller. So you want to know how Mr. T know about macroeconomics? Super Bowl 76. I was advertising the University of Chicago's economics department faculty.
Just started lingering around the halls, shooting a commercial. Pop my head in.
Do the course. Do the course. Now I know all about economics. All right, we have stuff to talk about, Mr. D. Because you know why? There's a lot more weird shit this week.
I know.
It ain't all just American sport and American celebs.
Yeah.
Are you ready for a story?
Yep.
So, Her Majesty, His Majesty, the King of England, King Charles III.
Yeah.
For our royal fans out here, this is sad news if you're a royalist. The King has been diagnosed with prostate cancer.
Okay.
All right, and we're not here, and let's, right off the top, we're not taking the piss out of cancer sufferers.
No.
But what is ridiculous, and where the Eejits slide into this one is, it was GB News. They had Nigel Farage.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show. He has popped up a couple of times. The last time Nigel was on the show, I don't remember, he was doing some soft porn. Nigel Farage in the Côte d'Azur. Remember that? That's so stupid. Anyway, they were talking about the King's ailment, that he has cancer, and one of the it was on with these talking things. You know this. It's a very specifically, if you're around the rest of the world, it's very hard to get your head around what I'm about to tell you. Each major news outlet has a specific journalist that deals with the royal family, but they're called the royal correspondent.
And always untrustworthy.
But also the most anxious royal correspondent there is. There's every single one of them always somehow turns the conversation. When the Queen was a young woman, she was radiant. She was the most beautiful woman in the kingdom. Ooh, the majesty. The queen.
Yeah.
When she was young. So radiant. You know, like some men are arse men, some men are tit men. Royal correspondents are radiant men.
Yeah. Yeah.
So radiant.
I don't know. You wouldn't leave your children with any of them.
No, but that's probably for the best because I mostly hang around in towers, waiting to get the scuttlebutt from the kitchen staff. What is His Excellency eating with his porridge? But in the middle of this interview, very serious, right? The king's only just become the king.
Yeah.
Less than a year later, he's diagnosed with cancer. The royal correspondent comes on because, well, His Majesty the King won't be, he's not a fan, doesn't quite believe in chemotherapy.
That's usually the last thing people say about people.
Yeah.
Well, he got diagnosed with cancer, and I remember him saying chemotherapy doesn't work. And then it was at the funeral.
Everything speeded up after that. Yeah, he said because His Majesty the King is a great believer in natural remedies and potions.
Oh my lord!
Potions.
Well, how's he going to get it up there with those fingers? He's not even going to be able to apply one of his little salves.
I don't think you have to finger a potion up your bum.
Well, you might as well.
For all the good it's going to do you, buddy. You
Might as well get something out of it.
You might as well, as they say, go digital.
We wouldn't want to do it with a log.
Oh, yeah, you can imagine that. Like, there's no way that His Majesty the King will obviously have the royal digitor.
Oh, they won't tell him what they're doing. They'll give him some sneaky chemo.
Your Majesty, look over there. There's another environmental conference.
What? Massive hands shielding
Where is it? Just if you in the below in the castle moat, Your Majesty. You fingered chemotherapy. Madness. It's just madness.
Like a whoopee cushion.
The king's potions.
Yeah.
Believes in potions.
Never ever get a potion. Never. Gargamel your doctor.
Gargamel's your doctor.
You have to.
He's a great believer in potions. Oh man.
How is he still alive? I mean, yeah, like something happened to his hands. Like I wouldn't doubt if a potion did that.
But I think, for years the narrative was always, isn't it a bit mean that the Queen won't abdicate to give Prince Charles a run at the crown? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now we know why. Right?
Yeah.
She was like, I'm not handing you over to him. He believes in potions. No, I mean actual potions.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind because I've made a crown out of my own jewels, all of my crystals, and you can't wear it, Mother. It's my crown. I don't want to.
And why couldn't he just be a real man and, have a course of leeches?
Yeah.
Potions, come on. You got the big C, dude. You need to get all those sucky worms all over you.
Yeah.
It has to be said, he's coming from a long history of royals that have made their own medicines. Henry VIII, he who
divorce a medicine.
It can be. It can be for some. It can be for some. Let's not forget that Henry VIII only divorced some of them. A lot of them he just straight up beheaded.
Yeah, that's another one of his remedies.
This is how it's going to cure a lot of the yap in the castle.
My doctor prescribed this.
My mass doctor.
had to have my wife's head removed.
But he genuinely, Henry VIII was obsessed with making his own medicines. And he had, because he got really, really fat and he had gout, right?
Yeah.
And he had sores on his legs from his gout. So his remedy was fox. He would, this is, in Hampton Court, like they've got all his recipes. And his recipe was a whole fox. It's a boil of fox, whole fox, and in brackets or, parentheses, whatever the equivalent was, it just said, not the bowels. Obviously, that's madness, right? You don't boil up a fox's bowel. Like, that's not going to do any good to you. But the rest of the fox, boil it in salt water so that all the water is gone. Then wash it off in sweet water, aka potable, drinkable water. And boom, bang, bing. You got, because obviously foxes have got great legs. And they got 4 of them and you've only got 2. So they'll be twice as potent. Right?
Boiled fox.
That's right. That's what Henry VIII's answer to his gout was just boiling up foxes. The last, even more ridiculous, the last Charles II, who was the Playboy king of the Restoration.
He's in Playboy.
Sure was. Just on a couch, just
likes and dislikes.
just covering his jewels with his powdered wig.
Dislikes Cromwell.
What do I like? Cavaliers. What do I not like? Roundheads. So stupid. So there was a thing called King Charles II, because they hadn't got a clue what disease was. They had no idea of hygiene therapy, what germs were, anything.
I just thought things that stank killed you.
They're not wrong. I mean, things that stink aren't good to lick. Right? We all still know that. Like, ooh-wee, that smells.
What a terrible date.
So King Charles II had a thing
I don't mind, ladies.
I don't mind at all. That's right, Glenn Wool. Anyway, so Charles II had a thing called the Royal Touch.
Whereas you have to go to jail for that now.
Not in those days. Oh, not Charlie Boy number 2. It was believed that he could cure your surgical TB by putting his hands on your glands. And
it only worked on teenage girls.
And teenage boys. Thank you, Bud Light. What are we talking about? Yeah, no, the Royal Touch was he and Charles II would lay his hands on as many as 4,000 people a year.
Is that how he got TB?
Well, he was a legendary shagger, so maybe it was just all in the mix there,
Yeah, he would have got something if he was just humping everybody.
He surely was.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Humping and curing as he went.
Yeah. He cured their TB. They all had syphilis afterwards, but they didn't die of TB.
Yeah.
And that's because syphilis kills you quicker.
That's right. So not a lot of for 20 years. Just something grows on your head.
And you get crazy.
Let's try all 5 potions. Nothing. Looks like you're running for the White House again.
What if I boiled a fox?
How do you get to that logic of just, my legs are really sore? I wish I had the legs of a fox. Let's boil up a fox. Let's give a fox a crack.
Just, it feels like it would be a lot like, remember when Trump told everybody to inject bleach at the press conference?
Yeah.
And the doctor was just like, what?
Yeah, the Surgeon General was just like, you've literally just undone 400 years of medical. Yeah, there was that level of...
Yeah.
But the king just on the battlement, please don't worry, I've boiled up a fox, everything's cool. Everything's going to be great. Because in the Middle Ages, people would have been like, really good. King's really on it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a forward-thinking king we got there.
Yeah, and good thing.
Boiling up foxes. God, it's like he's very scientific.
Good. Yeah, the good thing for Foxes was he was the only man who could afford gout in the whole world.
Yeah.
Nobody else was getting gout.
No, nobody else. What do you mean you're not just drinking claret and eating horse and feather?
What's wrong with you?
We're small and dirty. So is the fox.
Charles is like, this moment dirty.
Ah, well, we wish you all the very best. And everybody else who's had a shitty old diagnosis recently.
Yeah.
You know? This is great news for all the limp dicks out there.
Don't call them. Oh, right.
So, this is our new round part of the show we call Softcock Roundup. That's more thundering than probably necessary.
Softcock Roundup.
Viagra is apparently potentially a cure for Alzheimer's.
Careful where you take your Viagra.
Let me tell you, once you take Viagra, you never forget, buddy.
Yeah.
You never forget.
Yeah. Well, you
it.
don't want to come to out of a Alzheimer's jag just on the bus with a big heart on. Oh! I remember everything now. Except how I got here.
Yes, I've tried it once. I was given some Viagra and I took it at a party. I had nobody to share the moment with. But I took it anyway because I'm a ruthless experimenter. Nothing happened because, you know,
Yeah.
it was very late and I was drunk. But then I woke up at 5 a.m. I don't know if you've ever woken up beside your penis. This thing was sitting up in the bed texting his friends.
Which friends?
I mean, it's, you know, you really want, you know, if you've got a relative who's really far gone on Alzheimer's, do you want them like fully pegged up? Yeah. Wandering around confusing you with their grandfather?
How did they find out?
I don't know. But
It's like, let's look into whoever was like, you know what helps them when you give them Viagra? What were you doing?
Are you saying there weren't enough hooks for the coats in this?
Keep him from falling out of his bed.
Yep, nobody rolls out anymore.
Yeah, the old bike stand.
Yep, we found that it's very handy. If you've ever you got to change a tire, but you forgot your jack, we can get old Norman here. We can pop my Bluey, and he'll be down there. He'll keep your car up.
Remembering it. Oh my God! I used to have a Buick. He's back. Oh, Normie.
Oh, Norm, you're back, buddy.
Ask him his passcodes. God damn it. I haven't been able to get in this guy.
It's Iwo Jima, Iwo Jima, Iwo Jima. But do you know how they actually, when I was looking at this story, do you know how they found out that originally Viagra, or it's the brand name, I've forgotten what the actual name of the medicine is, was developed for high blood pressure.
Wow.
Right. It was originally high blood pressure medicine. And the first test case test of sample of people they tried it out on were miners.
Oh.
Welsh coal miners.
Oh, good.
They tried it out on Welsh coal miners in Merthyr Tydfil. Which is awesome because it actually sounds like a medicine, doesn't it?
Before or after their shift?
I just like the name. And do not try Merthyr Tydfil unless you already did it. You know, it sounds like, George, should we try Merthyr Tydfil?
I guess we're going to try to save this marriage.
Coal miners, exactly before after the shift. Right, so we have we all tried it. We've had we got some results to break to you. There was 100 miners went down there. there's only half of us come back up. I'd be honest with you.
The things they did to that canary.
Weird. It must be weird. Like, there's a bunch of old coal miners. Presumably they were picked out because, you know, they're hard working lives and ate a lot of bacon butties, drank too much after their shift and whatnot. And next thing they're down in the coal mine with the hard on of the man 30 years younger than them, but attached to them for once.
They just sort of all these little heads are appearing around like it's all in the dark.
It's all right. We've adapted to it. Now we've got a little helmet for him as well. Yeah, we're very resourceful people here in the valley. So we got.
I found another vein.
But sadly, we now need to do something about all the shaft collapse. Tell them to ring all the church bells. Tell all our wives to stop playing bingo. 2 fat ladies, that's what I'm going to need. It's so weird.
Do you know, I read a book about Richard Burton and Elizabeth Taylor, and the Elizabeth Taylor had so many clothes that they just, like, you know, people would places would just send her clothing, and
Yes, of course.
her.
Yeah, I can see all that.
And she'd only ever wear things once, and then she just that was her rule. She would only wear it once.
This is a different jacket every week.
I know. But she used to send all her old clothes to the little village Richard Burton was from. So there was a village in the 60s in Wales.
Rural,
where
small
just like
Wales.
everybody, all the women,
That's so great.
just like Elizabeth Taylor. And now we know a bunch of
That's so
all
awesome.
the miners were coming home big hard on.
That's right. The minute I clapped eyes on Maggie, she was wearing this fantastic Fox's stole and an off-the-shoulder number, which I think she had been worn at the BAFTAs the week before. She looked absolutely radiant. I call out for her, Oggy, Oggy, Oggy. That's how we do it. If you get a reply from across the valley, hey, that's it, you're on a promise. Just the next day, all right, we're going back down to my... No, we're not going to need shovels this time. Don't worry about it. No equipment necessary.
They're all dressed like Elizabeth Taylor with these big hard nuts. Heading down into the shop for another shift.
Well, there you go. That's the Bud Light commercial you need.
Yeah.
A lot of elderly Welsh coal miners. Rock hard.
Yeah, with one of those tied... like a bonnet with sunglasses.
The wind blowing through my hair. Well, there you go. So there you go. Good news, actually. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been an odd week for diseases. Well, did you see the wolves in Chernobyl, the Chernobyl wolves?
God, they sound like a great band.
Yeah, are a feared team in a sort of B league, but like it's a hockey team, but what they're playing ain't hockey.
It's not, they're all goons. The whole team's goons.
The Chernobyl wolves have now become cancer resistant.
Well, the wolves you're talking about the area around that you're banned from going into around Chernobyl.
Yeah, not just me, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a different area. I'm not.
After another one of your incidents.
It happened again.
You're going to need some more ointment.
Need some syrupy.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so I saw this story. So this the wild wolves that live around the exclusion zone around the Chernobyl nuclear plant.
Yeah.
Have been exposed to so much radiation. Somehow, they've developed resistance to the cancer.
Yeah.
Which is so they're basically cancer-free nuclear mutant wolves.
Yeah.
Which feels very much like a mixed bag for humanity.
Well, I mean, maybe it's just because they're not eating human food anymore. You ever thought of that? You ever think of that?
What they're not eating any more Cheerios and
Yeah.
they're not having any Snickers.
Yeah. And they can't get cigarettes anymore. God, I wish wolves could smoke. I'd start smoking again if wolves could smoke.
Really?
Oh, yeah. If I was just started hanging out with some wolves and they were smoking, you'd smoke too.
Yeah, I mean, if, you know.
Like just to be able to...
Just being hunted through the woods by a wolf. You just see his red, glowing eyes in the distance as he lights up a lucky strike. Yeah, so they're good. So on the upside, we've discovered that you could, a fellow mammal.
Well, yeah.
Can do something about.
Wolves can't get cancer.
Well, I'm sure they can't get this specific type of cancer.
Yeah. You know what I think's going to happen?
King Charles is going to become a wolf?
He's going to join a wolf pack in one of his alternative therapies. In lieu of a potion, I've actually joined a wolf pack. I'm going to run with the wolves of Chernobyl for a season.
So awesome if he did do that.
But
that'd be so worth my tax money.
But also like get in there and find out he's not in charge. You know I'm the king, right? It's like, well, you're not the king of the wolf pack, big ears. Take your fat little fingers and scratch for grubs. You are less than.
It's turned out I'm not quite the top dog.
Has to wait for that dog to die for 90 years, too. But wolf years.
Wolf years, yeah. Sorry, 20 minutes apiece.
Can I not be in charge of the wolf pack?
70 years waiting for your chance to be the top dog.
Yeah. That wolf dies, and all the other wolves line the streets just to get a look at the wolf carcass.
Well, there you go. Well, I'm glad. There's been some advancements in the world of science.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's an advancement. That's just...
Well, we don't know.
We caused a really big accident, and then the animals adjusted. It's not like... Yeah. Unless that was what they... I got this idea. Let's just let this thing boil over and see what happens.
Let's give Soviet science a go. It's like normal science with laziness and drunken misadventure.
Yeah, a couple of guys stealing the tin off the roof.
Probably exactly what happened. It's exactly what happened. Well, there you go. Anyway, good luck to the wolves. Good luck to monarchs, wolves, and elderly Welshmen.
And all who ride on her. No.
I actually thought you were censoring yourself in the middle of that. No, Glenn. No.
Yeah, I was just...
Wrong! You gone wrong, Glenn. That's right. I'm going to actually have to hire Mr. T to rein you in. I'm going to get him to pop up in the middle of this podcast. You gone too far, Glenn.
That's my angel on my shoulder.
See everybody's angel.
Little T.
Mr. T, the car angel. I'll tell you what car company to use. Never buy the insurance at the actual kiosk. What the hell's wrong with you? You buy the insurance once a year from Go Car. So great. Mr. T could just be there to fucking steer you right every time you fuck up in life.
Yeah, he just knows so much about all the interactions in public.
He's done every one of them at this stage.
He's the best grandpa to have. He just anything you call him up with any problem.
What the hell's wrong with you? Take the chemotherapy. You might be a monarch, but you're also a numb-nut, son. What do you think these people are pulling chemotherapy out of the house? They've been working on this shit for 50 years. The hell's in your potion anyway? Smell like lavender. Made me tired. Made me sleepy. You know how old I am? You think I want to be sleeping right now when I'm talking to the King of England? No, you listen, I'll talk. Am I the one with the goddamn prostate cancer? No, I had it 5 years ago. Gone. Full remission. You know why? Took the medicine, that's why. Potion. You know what potions are for? Love making. You oil her up good with a potion. She gotta be in the mood in the first place. You just topping it all off, man. You just sealing the deal. You have to seduce her with your mind and your body and your soul. You can't just lather a potion on a lady. She gotta know what's happening. She gotta know you're coming. And in the case of Mr. T, everybody know I'm coming. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, man. I'm about to shoot. I'm about to blow here.
I would actually hate to hear Mr. T whisper. That would be scary.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like after everything, he's like, I'm going to be straight with you. Oh,
I gotta talk
the
to you.
yelling's done. We're going to talk now.
Charles, I gotta talk to you, man. It ain't death sentence no more. But you gotta take the medicine, man. I got damn potions. What the hell you talking about, man? You a wizard? You a king, not a wizard?
King ain't a wizard and a wizard ain't king.
That's right. You got a crown, not a pointy hat. Look me in the eyes, man. Do I look like I hang around with men with pointy hats? Oh, white dude in a pointy hat? No. I don't like wizards.
You didn't wait for Merlin to die for 70 years.
We've come to the end of the podcast, and all I can think about is Mr. T. How Mr. T makes everything better.
Yeah. That was great.
Get a regular checkup, man. Check your blood pressure. If it's too high, it's bad for you, man. You're going in a dangerous zone, man. Higher blood pressure, more likely you're going to have a stroke. You want to have 2 different types of faces? That what y'all want?
Pity the two-faced fool.
I pity the fool that don't take chemotherapy seriously. I know you're scared right now. Everybody would be. It's normal to be scared. You goddamn it, you the King of England now, man. You gotta take this shit seriously.
I don't pity the full remission.
Stop talking to plants, man. Time to put your bullshit overpriced biscuits away, son. Ain't nobody give a shit about your biscuits no more. You the king. You got a constitutional responsibility to this goddamn kingdom. Take your medicine like a big boy.
What happens if he doesn't have a will? What? It's just like all the people who've lost their money in the duchy. Does it just go back? He doesn't believe in chemotherapy or wills, and now we don't have a country. We can't.
Nobody knows. I was the last man told I'm sorry, the unwritten constitution of Great Britain, as I can tell you, it's the last man to actually shout in the king's face becomes the new liege lord of the kingdom. And that would obviously be Mr. Terence. Terence, is it? Felonious fool! What's wrong with y'all?
My God, I would love to see the fucking crown Mr. T came up with. It would be like ridiculous.
Like a slinky. Crown upon crown upon crown upon crown. All the way up. All the way to sty.
You should see me go down the stairs.
Mr. T coming into the royal jewers in the Tower of London, just like in his usual Mr. T stuff. I want some solo. Something understated, like these gold and diamonds on my pinky. The only Mr. T could look at the crown jewels of England and go, shit, that's kind of white bread. Can we
Make conservative.
we throw a little bit of spice in this gumbo or what, man?
I lost it. I got it.
Let's make this thing work, goddammit.
Be noticed.
What the hell are we? Amish? Do I look Amish to you? Look at this orb, man. Look like a tennis ball. Nothing going on. Look at this scepter, man. Look like a dog shitty stick. This the biggest damn ruby you can find. That all you got? Got a ruby the size of a pear. What the hell, man? I'm a king of England. I want a ruby the size of a cantaloupe, a damn cantaloupe.
I want you to hollow out a ruby, and I want to wear it on my head. And a big red ruby head with a crown on top.
And right, I want to be purple all the way around.
I want to live inside a ruby.
And when I'm done with all that shit, it's time to move on a throne, man. So uncomfortable, man. I want a throne that's also a lazy boy. While I'm meeting dignitaries from abroad, man, I can flip out and get my legs up, man. You any idea how old Mr. T actually is? Just put my damn legs up, man.
Boy me a fox.
Pull me up a goddamn fox, man. My legs are achy. Gotta meet all these damn ambassadors. Damn uncomfortable chair. I'd like it.
That's what yeah. You think I watched the last coronation? Oh my God, if you coronated Mr. T, my fucking God, do it like at halftime. The Super Bowl.
I just love every state visit. Every single state visit. Mr. T boarding the royal jet at the top. Wave it up. All right, you fool, get back to work, man. Clunk. This will be the royal thumper. Yes, I've been 5 years now. I've been in the royal retinue. It's my job to smite His Majesty over the back of the head and drag him onto planes and helicopters.
to the fucking the global warming conferences. The ones that Charles goes to.
Get hot. Who else feel too damn hot? Man, I'm hot. Gotta take 2 showers a day, man. They
Echoing through his ruby. Like, we can't understand you. Sir, you're gonna have to take your head ruby off. None of us can hear a word you say.
Slowly, His Majesty give Mr. T removing his giant head ruby. When I grew up on the south side of Chicago as a boy, I dreamt of having any size of ruby. Mr. Peterson, he had a ruby. He owned a sandwich bar. Always wanted to be like Mr. Peterson. Never for a ruby. Never thought a boy from Southside Chicago would ever be up for a ruby. So if I want to wear a ruby the size of a fucking 20-liter bucket on my head, that's what the hell gonna happen. Why the hell am I here anyway? This is window dressing. Pay your taxes, you goddamn billionaires. More importantly, how the fuck did I get here in the first place? One of y'all knocked me out again. Mr. T.
Yeah, you're the best.
You're the best. You're the best. I bet you wouldn't go for round.
No.
No. So, in conclusion to this week's Eejits of the World, medicine, real, American sport, quite good, but 3 thumbs up
Yeah.
for Mr. T.
And 4 gold chains waving around on the thumbs.
Bare minimum. Bare minimum.
Yeah. Or 2 thumbs with little gold chains and being tiny Mr. T.
No, I don't know what the fuck any of this is either. Right. Okay. All right. Very good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we come to another messy, strange conclusion of Eejits of the World.
We didn't have any of that written.
Turns out if you stay awake all night just eating nachos.
Yeah, it's like Mr. T has gotten into our cheese dream. Our Doritos cheese dream.
Great. I'm in both your dreams at the same time. You freaked out right now, right?
I'm a 2-headed Mr. T.
I'm in Glenn's dream too. Know how freaky that is? You know what the crazy thing is? I'm going to be the voice of reason and rationality when it comes to cancer therapy. You know, Mr. T actually, maybe you shouldn't sound as jocular as I go into this. Mr. T actually had cancer.
Did he?
He had T-cell cancer.
No.
Yeah, and he beat it.
Of course he did. The only man to ever beat T. We had to. It's like Hannibal Lecter. Who can defeat Mr. T? Only Mr. T can defeat Mr. T.
Right. I know you all tiny versions of me inside me. You were angry. I know what it's like. I was angry as a child. You were young. You gotta relinquish it, man. You gotta let me
Stay away from that metastasizing.
You gotta stop all that, man. Stop being freaky.
Little T's. I'm the big T.
That's right. Everything with a giant T on it's mine, man. That's why I own every shitty pub in Scotland. Every one by the train station. Every one of them damn shitty Scottish bars, man. Got a big glowing red T on the outside of it. Every time I come in, I think, hell yeah, they finally made me my own damn bar here in Falkirk. Everybody looks at me funny. Right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on this week's Eejits of the World.
Thank you. It's been a Pod People production.
It's been a Pod People production.
Like
Please
and subscribe.
subscribe and like. Or like and subscribe.
Doesn't matter what order you do it
We
in.
don't mind. But make one of these happen.
Yeah.
For our audio friends, I'm doing a thumbs up.
Gonna wiggle it.
All right, nice one.